We'll do 3 on this side, 3 on that side, okay? So here's how it starts. You're gonna get into a dribble up tray, okay? Regardless of Mr. Mate, go to the next one. I'm gonna catch the ball here. I'm gonna come off this screen. As soon as I come off, shoot this one, okay? The third one is gonna do a little fader, like a little drift, shot.
I think a lot of the reasons behind our training has to do with our childhood and how we brought up learning to play the game. We learned to play the game on outdoor courts together with our friends. And ultimately, we didn't really have any money for training or anything like that, so we learned how to train ourselves through YouTube work, learning from other trainers elsewhere, and ultimately just learning how to game ourselves.
So it's here. I just gotta set on my screen and roll, and you're gonna try to come off this way, okay? This guy has to go over, and it's 1v2 out of this. Okay, you guys got it? Draw and score. Regardless of Mr. Make, just rotate. So then the LJ ball, Kuya pass. I grew up in the Bathurst and Wilson community, lots of Filipinos over there. And of course, growing up, wanted to play the highest competitive basketball I could. And I usually had to go, out of my area. I played for Scarborough Blues, Mississauga Monarchs, but I didn't really have anything at home to really to push me to get better. So, of course, I wanted to create that same environment for other kids growing up, right? Of course, there's lots of titos, lots of parents who are wanting to get their kids involved, but there aren't as many trainers or people there of guidance to help players rise to the next level.
Good. Blow into that shot a bit more. You're good. Good. Good, good. 45. Ready? Blow into it. In particular, there was one time we were playing outside together and we were playing 2v2 in our driveway. We realized there was a lot of things in our game that really needed work. At the time, we didn't have the resources to necessarily go out and find a trainer, nor did we have the know-how. So from there, we kind of just built off of making our own equipment at home. We even fixed up our own backboard by putting wood together. We painted it, all of our friends together. We also use hockey goalie pads for contact, anything that we could use to build up our training. And then from there, in terms of inspiration, we would look at certain players, seeing how they played, their moves. Because at the time, basketball training wasn't as big when we were kind of coming up as well. So just kind of teaching ourselves the game, watching it every day on NBA. Ultimately, just learning together, because I think that's what built our love for the game, and ultimately that's why we want to be ambassadors for the game as well.
So let's say drive baseline, go. Rob, just stop him, and then you get into the hole, gonna drop it, and then kick it to either me or LJ. And then we play out of this 2-on-2. Every time you catch, 3 dribble max. If you catch it again, you get another 3 dribbles, okay? And then we'll do, so Kuya, go put the ball back there, put the ball back there. I really wanted to get better. I'd find any gym I could, any park I could get to, any gym membership I could get my hands on, we'd go get. Even if we had a 9 a.m. game at Hoop Dome in the morning for Victoria Cup, at 7 a.m. we would go to the park, get shots up to make sure we were ready to go for the game, Or if we had a tournament at Pan Am for whatever, Mabuhay Cup, and we got eliminated early, that same night we're out at a park trying to get better, trying to get our reps up. So I think we grew up on a lot of hard work and dedication. Whether it was 6 a.m. at the YMCA or 9 p.m. at Hoop Dome, because we got a Hoop Dome membership, whatever it was, we found a way to go get it.
So right now we're working on some 1v2s. I would say this is a specialty of ours because we like to work certain skills and situations against some help defense along with our primary defender. So right now, especially in this drill, working with downhill with our primary defender, trying to force him into a screen. From there we go one-on-one against a downhill defender who's in drop. In this situation, you still can't forget about your primary defender who's still trailing you. So as much as we can in our training, we like to put our players in situations that they'll see in a game so that for one, they can use the skills and moves that we learn in the training, as well as learning when and where to add these moves into a game situation. So these drills kind of put these things together. We like to play for handoffs, pick and rolls, that type of stuff into help defense. So that's what we're seeing here in this drill. Let's go downhill. Finish. Oh!
Over the pandemic, right? Me and my brother, we got got laid off our jobs, so we got CERB payments. And we honestly just used that money to our own business, and we created a home fitness gym, right? So we started off with just Home Depot racks. We used 2x4s to create a squat rack. And then once we got a few more payments, we turned it into a real rack. We got real barbells, dumbbells, plates, everything, right? So we were able to establish that home gym, that fitness area. So now we bring in a lot of clients over there, let them get some fitness training in, some one-on-one personal training there. You can pass me the ball, and I have to beat him off the dribble, right? So it's here, I try to find a way to beat him, okay? And now it's 2-on-2, and then like you kind of step up, we play out of this, we kick, and keep playing out of that. Does that make sense? So 2-on-2, but with like a semi-fast break, you know what I mean?
The Filipino Canadian community is ultimately what breeded our desire for the game. We grew up at Bathurst and Wilson, so the majority of our friends, majority of our family were Filipino as well, grew up playing the game. So it was kind of ingrained in us for us to learn the game as well. One thing that we definitely appreciate about the Filipino style of game is teaching the creativity of the game and how we can implement that to our own training. Sometimes in training, we try to teach moves that you can do with a base level of athleticism, meaning that we learn a lot of our inspiration from seeing other Filipinos play and building up that creativity into our training and ingraining and teaching it to others. So we feel like the unique style of Filipino play has helped inspire our own training and ultimately help spread the love of the game through both the Filipino community and beyond that as well. Sometimes it's on the side.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing because you have big hands. But the problem is when you make an awkward catch, it's not as straight of a shot because it's gonna come off easier. So what I've seen people do, so obviously your strong hand is good. Try to place your guide hand on top. It's more of a secure release. Does that make sense? So as opposed to it being here, you have big hands so it works, but if you slightly creep it over here, it's a bit more secure. And as you release it, it flows.
So my name's Rob. I've known Patty and Andy for quite a long time now, and ever since COVID time, it's kind of like the time when we kind of just linked up and started training in like churches and honestly wherever we can get access to gyms. It was kind of just like get our skills, better at each day we get into the gym. These two have some great experience in in basketball. This guy Patrick has some experience going into the Philippines, coaching a team that won the championship, and having both sides of how Filipinos play and how like Canadians play in a ways. He has a sort of idea on how they have different upbringings. I myself played in the Philippines, played for LaSalle St. Benilde. I trust these guys more than ever, even just on and off the court. It's just kind of like a brotherly thing. But to me, I would say they're the best in the city. I'm not saying that just to say that, but yeah.
Get in there. Fuck. One more. 10.
This is something that we'll continue to do as a passion. Ultimately, it's a fun social thing for us as well. Like, we look forward to this in our evening times, on our weekends, beyond just working. And hopefully being able to spread the love of the game is our mission and our goal. And hopefully we can do that for as long as we are able to. So yeah, that's definitely our goal. And we also want to say a big thank you to everyone who supported us, giving us opportunities to teach the game. At Georgian College, being able to coach there. And Aurora being able to coach at Synergy as well. We just appreciate all the opportunities we've been given to spread our love for the game, and then hopefully we can make use of our opportunities to continuing that word of wisdom. So yeah, that would be our desire of the game moving forward for sure.